Ms Maxwell.
Thank you, Acting President. I rise to endorse Mr Grimley's remarks and to reaffirm that Darren Hinch's Justice Party will be supporting this motion. Not because we particularly enjoy having to comment on or debate such issues, or because we derive any pleasure whatsoever out of any aspect of what has come to light over these past few days. Mainly we do so because, as Mr Grimley has said, we would like to express our concern and revulsion at what has become apparent through the various revelations aired this week on 60 Minutes and in the Age newspaper. I say that not only in respect of the corrosion of democracy itself, but also the degradation of the basic purpose that every parliamentarian is meant to fulfil, which is not to build our own personal power and empires, as Miss Patton reflected on in her speech, but instead to represent and selflessly advance the views of others, especially our constituents. In our party, we were also disgusted, like many Victorians, at the appalling language used by Mr Somyurek about many others, about women and the LGBTQI community in particular. As a woman, I have to say, whilst I also was not surprised to see that disgraceful language, I absolutely condemn it and find it very difficult to understand how anyone can speak like that about another human being. How on earth do we seriously expect Victorians as a whole to respect women and minority groups and to stop degrading them when so-called community representatives and leaders themselves do the opposite? Shouldn't we, in fact, all be leading by example? I'm obviously not the first to say it this week, but all such comments made by Mr Somyurek were completely intolerable and unacceptable to Mr Grimley and me, and we repudiate them. I think this is a time for us all to reflect and for it to be a reminder to all of us that we are here elected to support and represent our constituents. And as Mr Atkinson so eloquently said in his speech, we are here on behalf of those constituents. We are not here to seek our own power. We are here to behave respectively and to respect all others in this and the other place. On making all of those reflections, I also acknowledge and accept Ms Symes' well-made point in question time yesterday, that Labor Party MLCs also feel angry about these events and revelations of recent days as well. That indeed is the way we should all feel. Specifically on this motion itself, Mr Grimley and I agree that it is appropriate that the Ombudsman also be asked to investigate these incredibly serious and wide-ranging allegations and matters to go straight to the heart of Victorian democracy. Whilst Victoria Police and IBAC are already being asked to investigate, we accept the view put by the Coalition that there is also a place for the Ombudsman to undertake a further inquiry as well. The people of Victoria are owed nothing less here than full transparency and accountability, and the Ombudsman, in our view, has a very valuable and important role to play in this process. I therefore would like to indicate again that we will support the opposition on this motion and thank them for moving it.